I'm so pumped all you guys got on. I know we had a lot of fun tonight, especially with the slide about Justin. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for getting on Zoom. And I know that right now in quarantine, everything's hard, whether that be for graduation, for the seniors, it getting canceled, spring sports, and just even the virtual young lives just aren't the same. But guys, I'm pumped that you guys are on and that we can just have a blast tonight. And so if this is your first time tuning in, or you guys were here last week, I'm just going to quickly recap what Sarah was talking about. And she kind of started off and was talking about sin and how we have this disease in our hearts, guys, because we are not perfect. And because of that, we can't have a relationship with Jesus because he is perfect. But guys, Sarah shared the amazing news how God sent his son Jesus to die the death we deserve on the cross so that we could have a relationship with him. And guys, Jesus died for our, our past, present, and future sins, which is literally insane. But the thing is if we end the story here, then there's no hope for us. But guys, I'm here to share the good news, even greater news than that tonight. And guys, Jesus literally rose. He defeated death and rose from his grave so that we could have a relationship with him. So I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about Matthew 28, 1-8. It's the end of Matthew. And just a little context, this is about 3 days after Jesus' death, and the whole town was devastated. Guys, they were completely hopeless. And Mary Magdalene and the other Mary were on their way to visit Jesus' tomb. And if you guys don't know, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary were just friends of Jesus right before he died. And so they're on their way, and while they were walking there, an angel descended from the sky and sat down on the stone that covered the tomb. Guys, and he rolled the stone out of the way, and Jesus appeared, and he rose up out of the grave. And the guards, like, imagine if you were a guard, they were standing there, and they were like, what is going on? And they literally were paralyzed with fear and fell over. And then, of course, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary appear, and they're just like, what is happening? And they look in the grave, and they see that Jesus is not there. And then they look at the angel, and the angel says, he has risen just like he said he would. Go tell the disciples and go tell the whole town this good news. And guys, this is a true story. This was in history and this happened. And so they ran back to town to tell everybody. And guys, we have he died so that we could be saved and then rose again. And because of this, we can experience the joy of having a relationship with him. And it's not easy at all, but it is definitely possible and it's amazing. I know for me, just a little bit on how to do it. First is just to admit that we are all sinners, and that we are not perfect, but that's okay because Jesus still accepts us. And then the second thing is just to believe in our hearts that Jesus died on the cross, but then he rose again for us, guys, and confessing that. And then lastly is just committing yourself to him, having that two-way relationship. It's such a personal relationship. And I know for me, when I first heard this news, it was a lot to take in, if I'm being honest. I had so many questions. I was so confused, and it was just a lot for me to comprehend. But after a couple months of just talking to leaders and exploring it on my own, I began to commit myself to Jesus fully and go all in with him. Guys, he has his arms wide open, and he is ready to embrace you. And I know after I started my relationship with Jesus, my life has changed in so many ways. I now feel like I have a purpose. I'm not putting my worth in what friend group I'm in, what group chat I'm a part of, what my looks are, what people think about me, because I know my worth is in Jesus and Jesus alone. But I will say that since I started a relationship with Jesus, that doesn't mean my life has gotten easier. If anything, it has gotten harder, but I know that I'm not alone because Jesus is with me. Guys, right now I know things are hard with COVID. Whether you feel alone, you feel lost, or you can feel angry, those are all valid emotions. But guys, Jesus is fighting for us. He is fighting for you. He is fighting with you, and he will help you triumph over all these trials. And so just a little takeaway from the talk, just to think about, are you guys ready to embrace this gift? He has his arms wide open, and it's just up to you if you guys are ready to just open your arms back up to him. And guys, I know this was really condensed, and I'm sorry, and I know there's probably have so many questions. So if you guys do, please come talk to me. Please come talk to any of the other seniors or a leader about this. We would love to talk to you guys more about it. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight and just having the best time. I know I had a blast. I hope you guys did too. And I can't wait to see you guys in person.